Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us continue with the next topic. Okay, so the topic is a Boolean expressions, guys. So basically, in our last lectures, we discussed what are these logic gates and how they work and everything, right? Yes. So whenever we want to build a particular circuit for some particular problem. So if you recall, in our initial stages, we discussed one particular problem, that warning system, right? Yes. So how you can design a Boolean expression for that particular truth table. So we'll be giving a truth table as an input, guys. So the logic here is converting a truth table into an expression is nothing but a Boolean expression, guys. Got it? That process. Okay. Yes. So basically there are two different approaches, guys. So the first approach is a sum of products. Okay, so I'm being 100% clear, guys, here. So 90% of the questions in previous year questions or anywhere which we are solving will be in sum of products, guys. And I'm being 90% from sum of products, and I'm being 100% clear. If any question is asked in the future, like in 2021 or sorry, 2021 is done, right? So from 2022, always the examiner will try to confuse these two things, guys, sum of products and product of sums. Previously that they used to did not confuse that much, but now as multiple select questions have been added, so they will give some expressions. So they will say that which of these expressions are true. He will give 4 different expressions, and I'm sure that he will wantedly give one in SOP, 2 in SOP and other 2 in POS. The just main reason is he want to confuse us, guys. Got it? Yes. So that is the reason why there is nothing like this is 90% important and 10% important. That's respect to previous year questions. But now the model has been changed and there's a high chance that the examiner will try to confuse, guys. I'm sure about it. Okay. So that's the reason why let us understand them properly, like both of them. Okay. Yes. So the first thing is a sum of products, guys. Guys, I'll be just giving you some introduction about both of them. Then we'll be discussing in detail about sum of products, guys. Like how exactly they are used, how exactly they will work, and everything we'll be discussing, guys. Okay. Yes. So don't get worried. Let us start. So there are two types. The first one is a sum of product. Okay. So most of you will be thinking that like, what is this sum of product first of all? Okay, so what it is saying, guys, it is saying a sum of a product. So there are some product terms for which we are going to apply sum. So what are the product terms? So let us take A, B, C as an example. So there are 3 inputs. So A dot B, B dot C, and C dot E. Sorry, C dot A. Okay. Yes. So here these product terms are being added, right? So doesn't it mean by sum of product, right? Yes. So that is the simple concept of sum of product, guys. So you are going to add the product terms. Got it? Yes. So sum of products, that is SOP and commonly used. So even in examination, mostly he will be asking that only. But to be on safe side, let us be clear with both of them and don't show any kind of partiality, guys. Okay. Yes. Okay. Remember one more thing. In sum of product, you will use A as a 1 and A bar as 0. So most of the faculty or most of us will always try to remember these things, right? I'll be giving you a solid reason like why A is a 1 and A bar is 0. Why not A bar is a 1 and A is a 0? So I'll be giving you a solid reason why. Okay. Yes. So now don't get confused because I confused you, right? Yes. Okay. And these sum of products are called as a min terms, guys. So here A equal to 1 and A bar equal to 0, and this is a small example. Okay. Yes. So now you got some basic idea, right, about sum of product. We'll be discussing about that in detail, so don't worry. Okay. Yes. So now let us continue. So the second type of approach is nothing but product of sum, guys. So from the name now you are 100% clear. So basically it is going to be some product of some sum terms, right? So it is nothing but product of some sum terms, right? So it is A plus B, B plus C, and C plus A in this way, right? Yes. So you're absolutely correct. So this is nothing but the product of a sum, guys. So here A is nothing but a 0 and A bar equal to 1. So if you observe, it is complement of them. Why? So why exactly it is complement? We'll be discussing about them in detail, guys. Like I'll be giving you a solid reason. Okay. So don't worry. Okay. So this is called as min term. This is called as max term. Got it? You got the basic understanding, right? Yes. Okay. So now let us start SOP, sum of products. So the other name of this is a min terms, guys. Okay. So the first thing which you should understand is how they are represented. So anyway, I know that I have just clearly explained you now only. Anyway, I'll be repeating it again, guys. So it is nothing but a sum of a product form expression contains product terms, that is nothing but under terms which are sum or together, which are summed together. That is why it is called as a sum of a product. It will look in this way. So it is nothing but a summation of some product terms, guys. In simple words, got it? You got a clear idea, right? So exactly how I am saying that. Okay. So the next thing that you should remember. So this is the first thing, how they are represented. Okay. And the second thing is what do they represent? Okay, so if there is a particular truth table, okay, so let me take that particular first truth table which I have discussed, guys, because I think that will be a good example, right? Because we have gone through it once, right? Yes. So whenever you are going to represent sum of a product, you will check only the one values, guys. So one is there at, so it will always check for ones. So one is there at 1, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, it is there at 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it is there at 1, 4, 6, and 7, right? So if you recall, we have wrote those only here. Got it? Yes. So this is represented in this way, guys. So here we are checking for light, day, and engine, right? Yes. So it will be represented with sigma m of 1, 4, 6, 7. So your first question will be, okay, so we wanted to represent one symbol. You will be saying that why sigma? So if you recall, what is sigma, guys? Sigma is nothing but summation, right? So what it is saying, it is summation of 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 7, right? Okay. So now you got some basic idea, right? So exactly how I am saying these things. Okay. So now let me just give me a second. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, so each of these terms is called as a min term, guys. Guys, you'll be understanding why they are called as min terms, so don't worry. Okay, yes. So each symbol can be A bar, B bar, C bar. Okay, so I have written in a shuffled way. Okay, so each of them is called as a literal, guys. So the words, terminology. Okay, yes. So in a simple expression, sometimes he might be asking for total number of literals. So what are the total number of literals, guys? So if you observe carefully here, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So total 6 literals are there in the previous example. So that's what I have written here, 6. Okay. So the next thing is, for n variables, there will be 2 power n min terms. So basically in this all statements, I was saying min terms, right? So your question, you are always asking me, what are these min terms, right? So let me draw a small table representing these min terms, guys. So now you will get a clear idea, guys. Okay, so I'll be leaving some lines above, guys. You will understand why I'm leaving them. So we are having 3 different variables, right? So A, B, and C. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, let me push it up. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So top 4 zeros, below 4 ones. Got it? So now we wrote those 4 combinations, right? Okay. So let me write the sequence number. So sequence number is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. We are giving numbers, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So few will be calling it as binary representation. So that's also true. Okay. Yes. So now let us write the min terms, guys. Okay. So before going directly into min terms, so what topic we are discussing, guys? It is a sum of products, right? Yes. So it is going to be the summation of some product terms, right? So how it will look? It will look like A dot B dot C, right? Yes. So if you are representing them in this way and you want for 8 combinations, you need to decide which of them will represent which, right? So basically what A will represent and what A bar will represent, so that you can get all different combinations, right? Yes. So this is where the whole game will start, guys. Okay. So here SOP, right? Yes. So SOP, what it will indicate, guys? It will indicate ones. So what it will remember? It will always check ones, right? Yes. So here our goal is, so if A, B, and C, the result should be 1. Whatever you keep A, B, C values, the result should be 1. Okay. So if for this the value is A, B, C, then now let us come from top, guys. So if A is 0 and B is 0 and C is 0, so what you can do to get 1 as the result, guys? So if you apply complement for A bar, similarly complement for B bar and complement for C bar. Okay, that is nothing but 0 bar is 1, 0 bar is 1, 0 bar is 1. So 1 into 1 into 1, the result is 1. Got it? Yes. So if you observe with this logic, you can say A bar is nothing but 0 and A is nothing but 1. So this is the exact thing which I told we need to remember. Got it? Yes. So this is the internal logic, guys. So basically by this understandings only, they have concluded that A bar is 0 and A is 1. So most of us will directly remember these things and we will fill the tables. Got it? Yes. So even by remembering them, or you can understand the logic, anything will work, guys. Whichever is easy for you. Okay. So now everyone can fill, right? So A bar, B bar, C, A bar, B, C, A bar, B, C bar, A bar, B, C. Similarly, A, B bar, C bar. Similarly, A, B bar, C bar. C. Okay. Similarly, A, B, C bar. Got it? Yes. So these are the min terms, guys. So few of you will be saying that why these are called as min terms. So the main reason why is because these are introduced first. After that, they discussed POS, guys. So for this, they gave min terms, and for them, they gave max terms. So the reason why they concluded with min terms is they will represent them with small letter also, guys. So it will be represented as M0. The second one is M1. Okay, so sorry for that particular distance, guys. So from now on, I'll be writing nearly M2, M3, M4, M5, M6 and M7. So I just wrote M, suffix the sequence number. That's it. Okay, now you are getting some basic idea, right? Yes. So this is the whole minterm table, you can say, guys. Okay, yes. So now if you recall, I stopped here somewhere, right? And I told that I'm going to leave some lines, right? And I forgot to leave them. Okay, so anyway, let us write here only. So here we are having a 1, right? So what is a minterm 1, guys? It is nothing but A bar, B bar, C, right? A bar, B bar, C. Similarly, what is a 4? It is a nothing but A, B bar, C bar. A, B bar, C bar. Plus 6. So what is a 6? A, B, C bar. A, B, C bar. Similarly, what is a 7? A, B, C. A, B, C. So this is the exact expression, guys. Got it? Yes. So in this way, just from a small truth table, so I think the truth table is on the other page. Okay. So just with a small truth table, so here you remember, right? So that truth table we have converted into an expression. So this concept is a nothing but the SOP or Boolean expressions, guys. So in this way, you will convert a truth table into expressions with the help of min terms or max terms. Guys, we'll be discussing about max terms, how you can do in the next lecture. Don't worry, okay? Yes. So few of you will be saying that, so is this the compressed expression? Like, can we do any more compression on this? Like, can we make this expression smaller? The answer is yes. You can compress this expression. Guys, I will not be discussing that ways in this lecture. So in our future lectures, we will be discussing K-map, guys. So K-map is a compression. So basically you are going to minimize. So instead of compression, we will call it as a minimization of expressions, guys. Okay. Yes. Okay. So now you got an idea, right? So I took the same example. Okay. So 1, 4, 6. I have written it in terms of min terms. So min term 1, min term 4, min term 6 and min term 7. So the reason why we wrote sigma here is we are going to add them. Got it? Yes. So the next small concept with respect to this SOP is a canonical form, guys. So canonical SOP is nothing but the full forms, guys. So basically they will give some expression. So if you observe here carefully, so this expression looks like min term, but few of you min terms, like few of you will be saying that like if there are 3 variables. So basically I am clearly saying that there are 3 variables. Okay. So the first variable I'm saying, the first part is I'm saying in this way, right? So most of you will be agreeing it as a SOP. But a few of you will be saying that, okay, so what is this min term? So can I write this min term as what can I write? So that's not clear, right? So most of you will be thinking in that way. So this is an SOP expression, guys, but it is not a canonical SOP. So basically what is a canonical SOP is nothing but it should have the full literals. Got it? Yes. So an SOP with the complete literals or full forms is called as canonical SOP. So what is missing here? C is missing here. What is missing here? B is missing here. Everything is there. Got it? So this you can write, right? So it is nothing but M7, right? Okay, yes. But these two things you are confused, okay? So the best way is, so what is missing here, guys? C and C bar, right? So write them separately. P bar C, A, B bar, C bar. Similarly, what is missing here? A, B, C and A, B bar, C. And the last one is A, B, C. So now you write the min terms. So what is this min terms? So few students will be confused. Like how I can convert this into min terms. Do I need to remember the table and all those things? Those are confusing. Is there any trick? So most of you will be in that way, right? Yes. So before going into the trick, so first you need to remember is what is A, guys? It is a 1. What is a bar? It is 0. Guys, it is better to remember these guys because if you try to remember the logics in examination, sometimes you might get confused. So that's the reason why just to remember them. Okay, for now. Okay, yes. So a is a 1 and a bar is 0. So now write this in terms of this pattern. So it is a nothing but okay 1 0 1. So what is the binary value of this, guys? It is a nothing but 5. Similarly for this, it is a nothing but 1 0 0. The binary value is a 4. Similarly for this, it is a 1 1 1, that is a 7. Here again it is 1 1 1, so there is no need to repeat. And a b bar c, that is 1 0 1. So that's also there. So this, so basically at the end we are left out with only 3 variables or 3 min terms, you can say. That is nothing but a min term of 5, min term of 4 and min term 7. So at the end you can write sigma of a min terms of 4 5 and 7. So this is the final expression or the canonical expression for our given expression, guys. So they gave a minimized expression. So basically if you observe carefully, so here how many literals are there, guys? 1 2 3, that is nothing but a b bar c, a b bar c bar, similarly a b c, right? So there are total 9 literals here, right? But here how many are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so this is the minimized expression. So basically if you minimize this expression, you will get that expression. Got it? Yes, guys, we'll be discussing about these minimizations in our future lectures, so don't worry. Okay, yes. So now you got an idea, right, how exactly these SOPs are working, what are min terms, how they are designed, why a is a 1, why a bar is 0, why, what are canonical forms, how you can convert an compressed or minimized expression into a canonical form. Got it? Yes. So this all things, I hope everyone is getting clear idea, right? Yes. Okay. So in the next lecture, let us discuss about POS. So basically now you are clear with SOP, right? So it will hardly take 10 minutes, guys, because now you are having clear idea about SOP. So it's just opposite. A clear opposite of SOP is nothing but POS. Okay. Yes. So in the next lecture, let us continue with that topic. Okay. So I hope everyone got a clear idea, right? So please revise this topic, guys, once. Okay. Yes. So in the next lecture, let us continue with the next topic. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.